So it's fully automated and built into the app itself. So as a consumer, you can open the app, have a little look, see, X amount of driveways or charge points in your area, click on one, then potentially contact the owner and say, I see it's free at this time and you're charging this rate. Is it available? Can I come and charge?
Michael, once you've downloaded the CoCharge app, what was the actual onboarding process to get you set up as a CoCharger?
I believe it was quite quick and easy. So just a case of obviously setting up your profile, doing the email two-factor authentication, and then logging in and just basically setting it all up. So really, really quick and easy. Took no time at all.
How did you calculate the value, the cost that you were going to charge to people who are going to use your charges? Because there are many different ways of looking at it. Do you want to make money on this, or do you want to just cover costs enough for a service? So what was your attitude? What was your approach on this?
I went down the line of, I just feel like where I live, there's a lot of houses, there's a lot of flats, and there's a lot of people who don't have access to charging or overnight charging at a cheap rate. Like the people who do own properties, we do have driveways, have that opportunity. So my logic was, I don't want to overcharge people. And especially when you've got the app, obviously you can go in and you can see everybody else's prices in the local vicinity. And it's not that I wanted to undercut people deliberately, but I just wanted to kind of charge people appropriately for what I think it's worth, if that makes sense. So yeah, I went on the lower level of things, but that did mean that we ended up picking up quite a few people quite quickly who did appreciate having that opportunity.
And in terms of the actual calculation of the price, because I'm assuming you're on a time of day tariff such as Octopus. So are you working on the basis that I'm only going to open up the charger for overnight, therefore I'll be on the low tariff, the whatever it was, at 7.5, 9, depending when you joined, and I'm going to add a little bit on that? Or do you say, right, no, I'm going to open it up 24/7, so I'm going to have to find a balance between the peak rate and the off-peak rate?
I did a bit of both. So I say to people, ultimately, we do offer it out as an overnight charge. And specifically, I say that to people just because obviously that's where the value is if they do want to come and do that. But ultimately, even today, I've got a lovely Polestar on the driveway who's charging through the daytime because the chap comes down, parks. We live really close to a train station, goes down to a train station, works in London all day, comes back, jumps in his car, drives off. So we do add a similar sort of kind of like top up to the regular rate. So obviously we're not out of pocket. And obviously CoCharge does have, I believe it's a 12% kind of general admin fee to use the process anyway, which is fair enough. They've got to make money somewhere, and we are talking about such small margins anyway. So ultimately it was, we are looking at maybe just a similar sort of sliding scale across the board.
For people who don't know how CoCharger works, do they deal with all the payment and you just get a bill, a check at the end of the month, or whatever the equivalent is nowadays? Or how does the actual routing of the money work? What's the process from that point of view?
So it's fully automated and built into the app itself. So as a consumer, you can open the app, have a little look, see, X amount of driveways or charge points in your area, click on one, then potentially contact the owner and say, I see it's free at this time and you're charging this rate. Is it available? Can I come and charge? Once they've done all of that and you've got it all locked in, once they've come and done the charge, basically when they drive up, they'll kind of authorize it on their end and it will say, the starting rate. So it knows how much has been vended into the vehicle. And then after that, obviously they'll put, what the end game was and, the end goal, I should say, and then work out the finances. Once it's done that, then it deals with the whole payment system and you pop in your bank details and then you get the money in your account. So it is really, really straightforward and open and honest and simple, really.